Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of the Valpo Coaches Show brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt. Joining me today is the head coach of the Valpo volleyball program, Carin Avery. Coach Avery, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me again, Aaron.
One weekend of action under your belt, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but wanted to chat a bit about your preseason first. A group of 18 players on your roster this year, 16 of whom returned from last year's team, and you had zero players transfer out. Can you just touch on what that says about this group and how bought in they are to the program top to bottom?
Yeah, it honestly, I've told people this multiple times. If I had a season like I had last year, every year I would coach till I was 80. We had a remarkable freshman class come in, a big class of eight, and you know what? They all got along so well right from the start. The upperclassmen did a great job getting them acclimated to Valpo volleyball, and it just was a seamless transition last year with eight people. A big, shout out to obviously Elise and Abby, who are no longer with us as seniors last year. And, they just understood the Valpo culture. They bought in. And like I said, they're all returning. All eight of them, the freshmen, are now sophomores, and they are all living together, which is kind of crazy. Hopefully that lasts for us. But yeah, very excited. Again, another seamless transition this year with the eight sophomores and five seniors. We have kind of a weird gap. And only a couple juniors and a couple freshmen, but yeah, it's been a great last couple of years of Valpo volleyball, and we were super excited that they all wanted to stay and be a part of this family.
Unusual in this day and age to have so many people already familiar with your program on and off the court as you head into the preseason. Did that change at all how you kind of approach things, whether it's on the court practicing or off the court working on the team culture?
Yeah, not really. Like even if we had everybody returning, we still would have worked really, really hard on our team culture. Again, it wins us games every year. It definitely is proven to be true. We spend a lot of time. I'm not going to say it's always fun. We have a lot of meetings, a lot of get to know yous, a lot of work on communication and trust. And, it's a lot of time spent, like I said, sitting in a room talking and having meetings. It's not necessarily going out and, playing paintball and team dinners and always having fun. Now, if you look at our social media, you will see we also have fun. But we did spend a lot of time, again, on our culture and our values. And even with just two newcomers this year, I think it's super important that every year that they know how very, very important it is to be at Valpo. You have to know your why Valpo. And we spent a lot of time. So when that first game rolls around, we're ready to go.
Weekend was your first weekend of action, some ups and some downs, a couple sweeps of Southern Indiana and St. Louis, a five-set loss to Northern Kentucky. You did get a share of the tournament title, continuing that great tradition of winning championships in your program. What were some of your takeaways from the opening weekend of play?
Ooh, we had a lot of takeaways. We played some really good volleyball, and then we played some not good volleyball. We really, and Northern Kentucky played great. I'm not taking anything away from them. They really did, but we really killed ourselves. We beat ourselves. We had a tremendous amount of unforced errors all across the board that day when we played them. And you're not going to beat anybody in the nation with as many unforced errors from top to bottom as we had. And like I said, the problem was it wasn't in one particular area. We had service errors, passing errors, defensive errors, blocking errors, hitting errors. I mean, it was top to bottom, just a game full of errors. And I'm actually super surprised we went five, even given how we were playing. So, we learned that when you play back to back games and when you're tired, you have to have a super high IQ and you have to figure stuff out. And that's what we didn't really do a great job of. Is playing back to back, being a little tired, and managing the game. Very, 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 I can't say it enough, proud of how the girls came back the next day. St. Louis was 2-0. They had beat everybody pretty handily. And, we came back and we were a totally different team on Saturday. Wow. I mean, we had very little unforced errors in any category. We played super aggressive volleyball, and it was very fun to watch us play. Again, we have a lot of sophomores in that starting lineup, and they're still just sophomores, and we've got to really try. They've got to try to figure out again how to kind of level out their games a little bit.
A bit of an unusual week schedule-wise this week for you guys. You face matches on Thursday and Friday at a tournament at Eastern Michigan, and then you visit Northwestern next Tuesday. What are you looking for from your team as pre-conference play continues here?
Yeah, another weekend really like this past weekend in terms of level of play. Eastern Michigan beat us last season. Purdue Fort Wayne, we hope I swear we always go five with them, and it's a very tough match and a typically good, very good Niagara team out on the East Coast. So it's going to be a tough weekend. I think it's very level playing field. So I think every team's got to really rise to the occasion and play well. And for us, honestly, it's about managing our mistakes from top to bottom in every category. And obviously, we've seen if we can do that, we can play with everybody. Very excited to play another Power Four. This one, not an exhibition. This one counts. So, it's always kind of a goal of ours to try to beat a Power Four team and put that on our resume. And this is our first shot. We have another one coming up with Missouri in a couple weeks. And so we're very excited to be on the road at a fun Big Ten environment gym.
Tournament this weekend matches against Purdue Fort Wayne Thursday afternoon, Niagara Friday morning, and then you can tune in on ESPN Plus Friday afternoon as we face Eastern Michigan. And then next Tuesday evening's match at Northwestern will be on BTN Plus. Coach Avery, thanks for joining me and good luck heading into this week.
Thank you.
Until the next time, this has been the Valpo Coaches Show brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.